Good morning to you, my brethren, and welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Hope you're having a great day, and I am encouraging you to stick with it. Stay with the things of God today, and let God do a great, grand work in your life. The Apostle Paul was a unique and intriguing individual. I doubt very seriously there would be many of us who would be able to get along with the Apostle Paul. He had quite an unusual personality about him. He constantly had people that he was in contention with for one reason or the other, everyone from Barnabas all the way down to even Demas. The bottom line was, in the Apostle Paul's life, none of this was personal. It all had to do with what they believed and where they stood on some issues and how firmly they did. But at the end of the day, the Apostle Paul was not mad or upset about these things. As a matter of fact, he writing to the church at Philippi in chapter number 1, he said, "Some are preaching Christ of contention, hoping to add affliction to my bonds." He said, "Others are sincere and preaching Christ out of sincerity." He said, "Truth is, it really doesn't matter to me what view or direction you take." He said, "Notwithstanding everywhere, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is preached." He said, "I'm just interested in the Lord Jesus Christ being preached." I remember a tale coming to me many years ago about George W. Truett and J. Frank Norris. Both of these men pastored large churches in the Dallas-Fort Worth area during the 1920s and 30s, very successful churches. J. Frank Norris, of course, came out of the Southern Baptist Convention because of the view that he had regarding the direction of the convention, particularly in that of the colleges. Atheism was starting, not atheism, but rather evolution, which of course has its base in atheism, was making its way into Christian colleges in the Southern Baptist flavor, as well as communism at that time in its forethought was coming in. All of that being said, he just went to war, and that was the nature of Norris. He went to war with that crowd, and he came out of the convention and started an unaffiliated or an independent Baptist church. Truett never would, and it angered Norris. So much so, the legend goes that every Sunday morning in Truett's office, a telegram was delivered. And on the telegram, it simply read this: "Get out, J. Frank Norris." Every Sunday morning, he could count on it. Here comes the telegram: "Get out." On a terrible hunting accident, Truett's shotgun went off, shot a man, and it led to the man's death. When this took place, it so devastated George Truett that he considered resigning the church. One Sunday morning, he was sitting at his desk, as the story goes, looking over his resignation letter, when the door to his office burst open, and in walks Frank Norris. J. Frank Norris said, "George, what are you doing?" "I'm going to resign." "No, you are not. This church needs you. This community needs you. Sinners who are lost and undone without Christ, they need the gospel. George, you're not going to resign. You're going to go in there and preach Christ this morning like you've never preached him before." The story goes that Truett tore up his resignation letter, went in, continued to pastor the First Baptist Church of Dallas. Said the next Sunday morning, as he was sitting behind his desk preparing for the morning worship, a knock at the door came. A telegram was delivered. He opened it, anticipating some word of encouragement from, no doubt, Frank Norris. When he opened the telegram, it read, "Get out," in Frank Norris style. You see, it wasn't personal. It was principled. And hey, I still believe that folks that I don't even agree with can still get the gospel to a lost and dying world. Hey, and isn't that our job and responsibility? Long devotion today. But think on these things, friend. Have a great day.